Should you invest in your TFSA or RRSP first? When should you use your FHSA? Should you even be investing? If you're in Canada, these are the questions that are extremely important to ask throughout your financial journey, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned investor. In this video, let's do a walkthrough of a decision framework that you can apply to your own journey to become more financially savvy. This framework will help you take better decisions in the long run with respect to your savings and investments. Let's begin. To begin with, please note that saving and investing is a personal journey and there's no one-size-fits-all approach that works. Our life and money situations are constantly changing, so it's important to consider all the factors that matter to you. I'm not a financial advisor, just somebody sharing information to help you figure things out. While we do this walkthrough, I will be assuming that you are somebody who already has an income or will start earning money pretty soon. If you're a student, you might find this video helpful as well. Now, let's get to the decision framework. The first step is to check if your employer offers an RRSP matching program. If there is one, you must maximize those contributions before moving forward. When an employer offers RRSP match in Canada, it means that they're willing to contribute a certain amount based on your own contributions. You can choose to contribute a certain portion of your pay to your RRSP. This contribution is made on a pre-tax basis, meaning it's deducted from your income before taxes are calculated. Your employer commits to matching a percentage or specific amount of your RRSP contribution up to a certain limit. For example, if your employer offers a 50% match and you contribute $100, your employer would contribute an additional $50, making the contribution $150. Sometimes this will come in different forms like RPP, DPSP, or DCPP. Please confirm what kind of program your company is offering. Nevertheless, what you're getting is an additional contribution towards your retirement. This means it also takes up room from your RRSP limits. Employer contribution essentially translates to free money. Matching contributions can also be viewed as an instant return on your investment. For example, if your employer matches 50% of your contributions, that's 50% ROI that you're getting on the money you contribute. This kind of immediate return is almost impossible to achieve in your other investments, and it can greatly enhance your retirement fund over the course of your life. Also, always remember, employers often factor in the matching component when calculating overall compensation even before hiring you. So don't leave money on the table, it's yours to begin with. Once you've maximized your matching program, it's time to move on to next steps. Before moving ahead with your investments, you need to ensure that you have financial sanity. First, ask yourself, what would you do if an emergency occurs? Do you have a fund for that? If not, set up an emergency fund. Nothing derails your financial goals faster than the lack of an emergency fund. Establishing an emergency fund is crucial for financial success to ensure survival in case of financial challenges such as a medical emergency or job loss. You should not have to pull out of investments for such reasons. Put together a minimum of 3 months of emergency fund as soon as possible. It's safer to have a 6-month fund if you have a family and more responsibilities. Once this is set up, the second aspect of financial sanity is to ensure that you don't have high interest debt like credit card bills. You should get rid of things like credit card debt as soon as possible. Credit cards come with extremely high interest rates which can be north of 20 to 25%. There is no investment that beats this consistently, so the best way to fight off credit card debt is to pay it off. Additionally, not paying your credit card debt will impact your credit score negatively and make it harder for you to get loans later. Having high interest debt can also have a negative impact on your mental health. And we don't want that as you take complex investment decisions. This only applies to high interest debt and does not apply to low interest ones like mortgages. With this, you have achieved basic financial sanity. We are now very close to making investments. Just before moving forward, ask yourself if you have an upcoming expense such as a wedding or educational needs. If you do, put aside some money for that in a high interest savings account. This will ensure that you have money locked away for specific reasons. This will stay highly liquid and accessible whenever you need it. In case you change your mind later, you can always withdraw it and put it towards your investments, but at least till then you can get some interest on it. Okay, now you're done building a strong foundation of money. Let's begin the investment journey. This is where things get very personal and you need to start thinking about every aspect of your life. The one that is often considered a great account to start with if you have kids is the RESP account, which stands for Registered Education Savings Plan. If this is not applicable to you, just skip the step. Using the RESP account up to a certain limit is a strategic decision you might want to consider if you want to secure your child's future education and aspirations. For contributions to the RESP, the government matches up to 20% as a grant. The total contribution you can do throughout your life is $50,000, but the government match is capped at a total of $7,200 with a match of $500 per year. That means you can contribute up to $2,500 per year and get an additional 20%. Again, this is like getting a 20% ROI on your investment without any effort. And this is applicable per child. The growth of the money in this account is tax-free until your child takes it out. And even then, it's taxed under their name and is likely to be zero or extremely low. So start by maximizing this $2,500 per year, which comes to about $200 a month. Towards the end of the decision tree, you have the option to come back and contribute more to this account if you want to. But this minimum gives you the best benefits. The next on our list is to check if you own a primary home. If the answer is no, prioritizing the FHSA is a great idea. In 2023, the Canadian government introduced a registered account for potential home buyers. It is specifically designed to assist individuals in saving and investing for the purchase of their first home in Canada. Similar to an RRSP, the FHSA offers tax deduction and can reduce your annual taxable income and can save you thousands of dollars in taxes. But that's not all. Similar to a TFSA, it also lets you grow your money tax-free. You get the best of both worlds, making it an amazing tool to grow your wealth. The annual contribution room is $8,000. There are also ways to carry over certain amounts, but it is capped at $40,000 over your lifetime. Once you start contributing, you have 15 years to grow it. If by the end of those 15 years you have changed your mind about buying a house or you don't need the money, you can transfer this money tax-free into your RRSP and contribute more towards your retirement. In general, it makes for a great tool to get tax deductions today and grow it up to 15 years tax-free for a house tomorrow. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, hit like and consider subscribing to support my channel and help spread more financial awareness. Now back to the framework. Now we enter the complex decision of prioritizing the TFSA and RRSP. This is where many factors need to be evaluated. I plan to make a longer video about choosing between the two, but let's look at some of the points in this video. First, a quick refresher. The RRSP is designed to help Canadians save for retirement. All contributions are tax deductible and growth tax-free until you start using the money in your retirement. On the other hand, tax-free savings account is a financial account available to Canadian residents that offers tax-free returns throughout your life. Feel free to pause and review the summary before moving forward. To start with, here are 4 factors that you should consider when deciding between the two. First, flexibility with money. If you need flexibility, prioritize the TFSA. Withdrawing from your TFSA is penalty-free, making it suitable for short-term goals or unexpected expenses. You are also free to withdraw money from the TFSA and move it to the RRSP later. Generally, the contribution room kicks in again the next year. For example, if you withdraw $6,000 in 2023 to move to your RRSP, you can get a tax break on it and get $6,000 room back on January 1st, 2024. The second factor is income. If you have a high income, prioritizing the RRSP makes sense. Since the contributions to the RRSP are tax deductible, it can immediately lower your taxable income. This can particularly be useful to high earners. Once you have lowered your taxable income, you can contribute and maximize your TFSA. Finding the right balance really depends on your income, and you can use a tax calculator to see what the impact could be. The third factor is nervousness about retirement. If you generally feel uneasy about retirement, prioritizing the RRSP can serve as a disciplined approach to retirement planning. For example, if you choose to contribute 15% of your monthly income towards your RRSP, it'll help build your discipline, and the structure encourages long-term savings for your retirement goals. It can serve as a financial commitment to your retirement and let compounding play a role over the long run. The fourth factor is investment considerations. Tailoring your investments according to tax implications is also crucial. For example, given the 15% withholding tax on US dividend stocks held in TFSA, placing them in the RRSP is more strategic. Considering the tax impact of different investments will help you maximize returns across the TFSA and RRSP. By the way, if you want to make this decision making simple, think about when you need the money. If the answer is definitely retirement, start with the RRSP first. If you are young and might need the money to be withdrawn for other reasons, making use of the TFSA might make more sense. In conclusion, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. By the way, if you're a student and want to start investing too, according to me, the best account to start with is the TFSA. It keeps your money readily accessible and has nothing nothing to do with your previous year's income, as is the case with the RRSP. This way you can invest, grow your money tax-free, and even take it out in case things change and you need the money. You also have the option to roll it over to your RRSP once you start working. Okay, moving on to the end. Once you're done maximizing these contributions or doing as much as you feel comfortable with, you can go back to your RESP and contribute as much as you want within the allowed limits. Or you can move forward in the decision tree and use your unregistered account for holding more assets. This is also known as the taxable or trading account. You can buy, hold, and sell whatever you want. However, all tax rules are always applicable. You can also start putting more money towards your savings accounts. With this, you're basically done. Pat yourself on the back if you're doing a great job, and if you're hungry for more, consider making more money to really accelerate your wealth building journey. So this is what a full walkthrough of the investing and saving framework looks like. Take a screenshot to review later. Tell me in the comments, how would you change it to make the best decisions for yourself? These are recurring topics for Canadians, and many more videos will follow. Till then, keep learning and stay on top of your finances. Until next time.